Welcome to another video. Today we are going to be reviewing the Innovation Inc. Thermal Power Plant. We will go over the lore, gameplay, and the detail of the game. Now to start off, gameplay. When it comes to gameplay in the game, it definitely is pretty fun and good. The main objective of the game is to make sure the core does not explode, while you're also exploring many other things and surviving the events, disarming the warheads, and summoning lockdowns when needed. These lockdowns will definitely be needed when a new update comes, aka the Mutations update, which is above. Now, when it comes to gameplay, there also is multiple sort of things that can happen with the core. There can be a meltdown, and a freeze down. All of these usually come from the core becoming unstable and overheating or getting too cold. There's two different core overheats. The core exploding with no safeguards and exploding with safeguards. When the core explodes with safeguards, it will explode at 4,500 Kelvin, which is the temperature unit. 0 Kelvin is also negative Kelvin is also impossible, so it is different from Fahrenheit. For example, 5,000 Kelvin is the surface of the sun. Now, 4,500 Kelvin causes the reactor to explode with safeguards. Without the safeguards to protect the core, it explodes at the number 4,000 Kelvin. At 4,000 Kelvin, it will do the same thing as with safeguards, explode. With freeze downs, these will often occur at the temperature point of 0. I believe there is a warning at around 500 or 100, which is, if there is, you should see it later in this video, me playing it because of freeze down the cold. Did everybody decide, hey, let's do a freeze down, even though all the endings are all bad? You either freeze to death, or you end up probably starving to death if you go to the space shuttle. Now, with this said, there were also lockdowns, as you see in the video. This is only accessible to Innovation Inc. security members, which I am sadly the lowest rank as an LR. Or wait, whatever it says. While the lowest, they can't access security rooms. These security rooms can lock down the facility. For example, you have to play the game to know what this room is, but the mainframe has its own lockdown sequence. However, it automatically gets activated if there was motion detected. Now, with that said, due to the mainframe is also a safe zone during a nuclear explosion. However, I don't know why or what, but it's more than likely not meant to be an ending, as you just get kicked. You don't get a bad ending or the good ending, it just doesn't give you an ending, even though if you die, you usually get an ending. Now, let's head over to the next part of this video, and that is the detail. When it comes to detail in the game, it's definitely pretty good. As you see in the clips, it has a lot of detail. Now, this also means that the game is not mobile friendly, and most unless it's a good mobile device that can handle it, tends to crash. With my old iPad, it tends to crash, and same with my phone. As you see, they also made sure to use particles that simply make it look good, as you see. These can be seen from the power lasers and the coolant lasers. This can also be seen if there is a fire or a gas leak, which you can only see it if during a meltdown and a freeze-down. I think a freeze-down. A freeze-down. I just remembered. Now, there is also more particle effects if the core gets too low or too high. I'm just going to be talking about the ones that happen when it's too high, because that's when most of them are. With meltdown, once you hit 4,500 Kelvin, which is the highest it can be without exploding, well, not technically, but that's when the safeguards get disabled and the core decides to explode. With this, it makes the core somehow shoot lasers out, which can kill you. The rings, as you see, there's 6 lines that also show this. Now, with this said, let's talk about some more of the detail stuff that just makes the game look good. Now, first of all, the game has decent animations when it comes to stuff like elevators and doors. They're pretty normal, but doors just open and stuff. But first of all, can we just agree that this Five Nights at Freddy's reference for the elevator, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a Five Nights at Freddy's reference here, so it's automatically a good game. I don't care what your opinion is. Now, with that, as you see, even the side doors open pretty well, and they make good sound effects. Of course, I would say I have seen some decals in the game are a little stretched out, like the caution, they kind of feel slightly squished. However, note that you can't really avoid that, it just happens. Now, again, even when you see this shot, it's very detailed and looks very good. They put a lot of effort in, and I would say this is the better Innovation Inc. game, better than the original, which is the Arctic base. The Arctic base, I would say, is not as detailed as this, but it is still a lot of detail. However, it is a slightly low poly. Now, with that said, let's go on with more of the stuff. When it comes to, first of all, if you see this, they make the animations that you see really good. They have very and extremely good sounds, as you see. It just makes it seem like there's something bad happening, really gives off the vibe. Now, with that said, I'm gonna move on to this slightly early, but I would say this is one of the few games I would give this 10 out of 10. I love it. With the next thing, the lore. I made sure to start it here for a reason. This has some secrets like the Pinewood Room. Now, this is going to give a lot of spoilers to some of the intense endings. Basically, whenever you're in the game, the lore is basically, well, if you want spoilers, just skip this to the end. Let's start off with some of the basic endings. Stuff like Meltdown and Freezedown. Now, if you get in a shuttle, you won't see much. Like, I don't think you even see this at all. But you'll notice that if you'll most likely die in a lot of the endings in some way. Exceptions are the shuttle and the truth ending, which you might die in it, however it does not show it on screen. The law in the end is that when you're in the game and there's something like a meltdown, or if there's a freeze down, you're in a timeline. These timelines, of course, range from full site lockdowns and meltdowns, from intense freeze downs. You're stuck in a timeline, and basically the voice you'll hear at the ending is actually the smart system that makes a lot of the robot announcements, the automatic smart system announcement system, which of course has the robot announcement voice. This used to be a living person in the lore. However, due to experiments, and experiments failed, and him in some way got trapped in all of the timelines. Every time you die, you get sent to a timeline where you die over and over again. This mysterious voice has also been noted to be the automatic smart system in some Easter eggs. Every now and then you'll see these boards that are like the Innovation Inc. news there. One of these is that the smart system seems to become sentient. And he's just like, is the smart system sentient? That's basically what it says. The smart system knows and is aware of everywhere. And he watches all of what you do for entertainment. He watches as you die in a meltdown, and he watches as you freeze to death during a freeze down. He watches as you suffocate in your sleep if you don't feel the canisters in a bunker. And he watches you get sucked up into a black hole if you miss to get on the launch for the freeze down. Basically, he watches over everything, and he watches your every move. From what the lore is known, every time you die, he ends up starting to talk to you about how much he's disappointed or impressed. He watches how you fail badly in everything. Now, in order to get the ending that shows this, you need the truth ending. You have to find the 4-digit code around the map. I personally had gotten a truth ending, and yeah. Now, we are going to begin the video with this awesome rocket launch from the Freezedown. I would like to thank everybody for watching. If you didn't want spoilers, but you decided to watch the spoilers, that's on you. And of course, that was spoilers for the details revealed in the true ending. The true ending is very hard to get, so good luck grinding it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.